Moving on, a big update in Justice Yashwant Varma's case. Now, Varma has been embroiled in a controversy after cash was found during a fire at his New Delhi residence on the 14th of March. Meanwhile, over 50 cases, we're talking about 52 to be precise, over 50 cases that were heard by Justice Varma are going to be heard afresh. The Delhi High Court has notified. And in its notification, the Delhi High Court notified that over 50 cases heard by a bench headed by Justice Yashwant Varma are going to have to be heard afresh. The notice lists 52 such cases, which also includes civil writ petitions. And these cases are from the year 2013 right up to 2025. These include at least 22 petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the provisions of the NDMC Act relating to taxation on properties. And since the withdrawal of judicial works from Justice Varma, many advocates were marking oral mentions against before Delhi High Court Chief Justice D.K. Upadhyay that the orders and decisions given by Justice Varma should in fact be heard afresh. Now, at least 52 cases that were being heard by Justice Yashwant Varma are going to have to be heard afresh right from scratch. Moving on, a major terror plot has been uncovered in West Bengal's Murshidabad, the entire violence case that was being probed by the local authorities and the SIT as well. Now, for over 3 months, training sessions on assembling crude hand grenades were held, allegedly by Bangladeshi militants who had infiltrated the Indian territory. Their target was large-scale coordinated violence across Murshidabad's Shamsherganj, Suti and Dhulia areas. According to investigators, militants from across the border trained local recruits and even aided in the manufacturing of crude hand grenades. These preparations coincided with the growing unrest in the region under the shadow of the ongoing Waqf agitation. But authorities say this was more than just local outrage. It was well planned. It was a conspiracy. Detectives have found evidence suggesting that the violence was to be amplified using as many as 200 LPG cylinders, allegedly collected through threats and intimidation. The plan was chilling: open the cylinders, ignite them, and use them to attack government buildings, railways, roads, and police stations. Shockingly, investigators say the explosives, the hand grenades, gas cylinders, railway stones, and the glass bottles were stockpiled on the rooftops of homes in the affected areas. Forensic teams examining the destruction have hinted at the use of high-intensity explosives, given the pattern of damage: walls reduced to rubble, roofs completely cracked up, and entire structures destabilized. The hand grenades, experts say, were far more potent than the crude, locally made ones. The suspicion now centers on Bangladeshi militant outfits like ABT, an offshoot of the band Jamaatul Mujahideen Bangladesh. The administration suspects that the terror plan was set to be executed between the 7th and the 8th of April. Now, on the 9th of April, a teaser of the larger movement emerged when the national highway in Murshidabad was blocked. But the main attack was allegedly scheduled for the 11th of April, when multiple small groups were to strike simultaneously. Investigators now believe that most of the attackers were not even locals. Many were illegal immigrants from Bangladesh, whilst others came from Pakur in Jharkhand and Kishanganj in Bihar.